2020 has certainly been a difficult and challenging year in many ways. I haven't traveled far from home this year, and photographing locally has been nice, allowing me to concentrate on subjects I've been watching for a while. But the fall color photography season doesn't really happen here in Northwest Florida, so I decided to once again return to the canyon country of southern Utah. This year, instead of flying, I chose to make the long, several days drive in my Jeep. During this journey, it was nice to see the country and to experience the subtle transition from the flat and verdant southeast where I live to the arid and mountainous regions of the desert southwest. This extended travel time also allowed me to mentally prepare a bit more slowly, transitioning from the cares of daily life to the photographic project ahead, rather than the sudden immersion in a new location that comes with air travel. To a certain extent, this trip was about settling scores from last year, where I had some equipment problems and failures of vision that I wanted to correct by returning to subjects I hoped would look similar again this year. I wanted to arrive earlier than last year because I thought I missed the best of the color in 2019. This early arrival also allowed me to explore some higher elevations where the color turns sooner. Arriving earlier means more people, and for some reason, this mass of humanity seemed to exhibit certain bad behaviors, like unnecessary rock stacking, graffiti on canyon walls, and even drone flying in prohibited areas. In Zion, the color was good, but not spectacular. Some areas looked dried out and seemed to turn brown without ever going through the colorful stages. But some areas were amazing, and overall, I'm pleased with the results. The weather was very warm, which was unusual, and I found it both draining and disappointing, because the cool fall weather is one of the things I look forward to all year after the sweltering Florida summers. This year, I wanted to try working more slowly, maybe only photographing scenes that seemed to have a deeper meaning or really spoke to me in some way. But the conditions were often so favorable that I ended up working on many subjects that looked good and which I thought might make nice images, rather than only those with that deeper connection. Hopefully time will tell whether this was a good decision. This year continues to be unusual in almost every way, and that was certainly true of my time in the Southwest. Still, it was a good trip with many exciting new images being produced. I look forward to sharing them with you, and also the details of my fall 2020 photography trip to the canyon country of southern Utah. Well, I'm here in Buckskin Gulch, and I found this neat little window or arch thing here, and I wanted to make a picture of that and set it in its surroundings there. So I've been up this section of the gulch before, but I've never noticed that little window, so it's possible that in the years since I was here last, it's worn away from wind, water, and time, and it's maybe a relatively new a hole in that fin there. But anyway, I exposed both Provia and Velvia and T-Max 100, and so we'll see how it turns out. But I think it's a neat little abstract detail, which is the kind of thing you are always looking for here in Buckskin Gulch. So I'm using the 135 lens on my Toho 4x5 view camera here, and I did use some front swing to align the plane of focus with the angle of the wall. And so that allowed me to only have to stop down to f32, which was nice, especially in this dark canyon. So that's one of the nice things about the view camera. Allows you to manipulate the image or the focus plane a little bit to align with whatever your subject is. Well, I found another subject here in Buckskin Gulch. It's this neat little sort of a passageway, hidden passageway thing that I kind of have a series of those going, and so that's what first attracted me to it, just sort of a cleft in the rock where it gets dark in there and you don't know where it's going. But then I sort of stepped back and saw this shape that sort of mirrors the dark shape on the left. I can't do this. Here we go. With this shape here, and so I like that sort of mirrored, echoing shape there. So I decided to include that. Should be a nice dark form on the left, and then sort of leading you into this interesting wall with that interesting sort of hidden passage in it, and definitely in black and white. So this is T-Max 100. Also used my 135 lens, and again some front tilt to just align the plane of focus a little bit. So it's been a good day here in Buckskin Gulch. If you enjoy this content and would like more information about me and my photography, please head on over to my website at scottwaltonphotographs.com. I have an ebook, annual folios, and handmade fine art prints available from locations all across the country. Thanks so much for checking that out.